We're back with another episode of the pod, and here we go. Okay, right, a couple of things that I want to box off right now. So, the first part is, we're going for a little rebrand, aren't we? We are changing the name of the podcast. And why is that? You know what, it's been playing on my mind for a couple of months. At the time when I started the podcast, I was like, okay, it is a point where I thought I was stressed, and then I realised I was depressed, and now I feel very blessed. So, stressed, depressed, and now blessed. Boom. That's where the idea for the name came from. Sick. However, recently I've just been thinking, do you know what? Not it's a bit cringy, but, you know, I've just been thinking, right, I want to make it more, not polished, but I want to speak about, obviously, mental health. That is what the podcast is here for. But I want to go into different topics and also sometimes give an account of how I feel week to week. So we're going for a little rebrand. The name's going to change. You can find me in exactly the same places, but the podcast name is changing, and you'll probably be able to guess what it is, but I'm not going to tell you until all the artwork's done and we're looking pretty and everything looks great. So that is the first part. New name for the pod. Is it going to be called the pod? No, but close, but not really. Anyway, next up, but this is going to be a very fitness orientated podcast. So if you are just here for the mental health, then I'd probably stay, because improving your fitness improves your mental health. But if you don't really give a shit about fitness, I would say this is probably the point where you say, you know what, Nath, I'm going to see you or listen to you next week. Okay, so we are jumping in. Today, it is Monday, but never miss a Monday. That's the old school mantra, and it is never miss a Monday, but a lot of people will push off their results to starting tomorrow. Oh yeah, I feel shit, but I will start tomorrow. Well, today was my tomorrow, and I had been feeling shit. I haven't trained for about 4 weeks, which to me is so very alien. Feels weird. I had one session last week, and other than that, there was no structure, no plan, no consistency, and for me, that just doesn't run well with who I am and my identity. So therefore, I'd had 3 weeks off. 1 week I was packing my life up from Sydney. The next week I was on holiday in Hawaii. One of my mantras is, I am never going to train whilst I'm on holiday. Fuck that. Not a chance. Because in my opinion, a holiday is a break. It's time away from your normal life. And therefore, if I'm training like a madman, which I don't often do, but if I am training like a madman all year round, then I want to take a break from that when I go on holiday. So I just recorded a bit of content, and that was week 2. Week 3, I was back in the UK, really struggling with jet lag. So didn't train at all, was dead to the world. And last week, I thought I was going to go back to training, but for one reason or another, it didn't happen. But at the end of last week, I was fucking raging. Irritated. I felt lazy, sluggish. You know when you have like cabin fever? I just had cabin fever the whole time, and I was like, get me out of here. So today, I got my gym membership on Friday. Went out for some cheeky beersies with my mate's missus. Not in that way. We are good friends as well. Don't worry about that. So I went out with her. Saturday had a barbecue. Sunday had a barbecue. So I thought, right, it's Monday. It's time to get that money. And by that money, I mean put in the work. And I want to talk about my session. It was horrendous. Honestly horrendous. And when I say I want to talk about my session, I don't mean, oh, I did squats, I did lunges. No. I want to tell you how, if you are in a position where you want to start training or you haven't trained for a while, you need to do exactly what I did today, and I will be doing for the rest of this entire week, because it's what is going to be the difference from you perceiving gym to be too hard and you actually solidifying habits rather than dipping your toe in for a week and then realising, oh fuck this, can't bothered because I ate too much. So today and this week, here is exactly what I'm going to do. My sessions this week, this is going to be called a ramp week for me. And imagine a ramp, it goes like that, doesn't it? And if that's if you're watching on YouTube, obviously you've seen what I've done. If you're listening on Spotify or Apple, I've just done like a little arm movement with a ramp. Yeah, so you know, a ramp goes up. So basically, this week I will keep all of my weights, the weights that I'm lifting, quite low. It's quite easy because all I'm interested in this week is seeing how my body moves. I'm not doing a scientific study of, oh my god, this is what happened on my squat. No, but I just want my body to get used to moving again. It's spent 4 weeks now I've been walking every day because again, that's great for the mind, but in terms of actual physical activity, I've played tennis once and that is it. So my body is not used to moving. So if I was to go into the gym and I was to go back in and lift the usual amount of weight that I did, used to, then the pains that I'm going to be feeling, it's going to be horrendous. Like my DOMS, which if you want to know what that is, it's delayed onset of muscle soreness. Delayed onset of muscle soreness. That was very difficult to say. And basically that is, you know when your muscles ache after a gym workout? That's what DOMS are. If you didn't know that, don't worry. I got a Desmond at uni in sport and exercise science, so I know a thing or two. Don't worry about that. Anyway, so this is a ramp week. You're going to start, all you want to do is take yourself through all of the exercises that you want to do. So for example, today, it was a leg day for me, so every single exercise I took myself through, I just eased myself in, yeah? It's like a little bit of foreplay with the gym, let's say that. So I'm not going charging in dry, I am just having a little fondle, yeah? Just letting myself aware of what is going on and how I feel about it. So, it is nice and simple. There is honestly no need to charge in and want to lift huge numbers, because if you do that, you're going to be in a severe amount of pain. Not for a week, probably for 2 weeks. And if you have been in a position where you have stopped training or you've just started training, you will know that if you do too much, you're going to be absolutely killing for at least a week or two. And that, who associates pain with fun? I think it's like a necrophiliac or something. I think that's the word. But apart from that, not a lot of people do. So I think it's very important that you understand that a ramp week, when you are getting back into training, is super crucial. And don't feel, a lot of people let their ego get into their heads. Like there was a few people looking at me in the gym today, they was thinking, oh, this geezer, he looks a bit too big to be lifting that little weight. But when I'm laughing next week and I'm back into my stride and I'm doing my thing, rather than aching, crying in bed, thinking I don't want to go to the gym because I hurt too much, associating getting results with pain, I'm the one that's going to be laughing. So, as I say, really quick episode, but if you're getting into training or going back to training, always introduce a ramp week, because you're going to get your body used to movement again. It's not going to overload yourself, so you're not going to get injured, and the DOMs aren't going to be as bad. And in a few weeks' time, it might even take 10 days. It could take 2 weeks, but you will be at a point where lifting now feels more comfortable, so you can add more weight and get better results. That is that. I've nearly burped there, apologies. But that is that for this week. Short, sharp, to the point. I will catch you next week. What will it be about? I don't know, but we will find out then. Enjoy the rest of your week. Stay positive. I don't know why I said that, but I want you to. It's just a bit cringy, isn't it, when people say, stay positive, stay happy, do this, do that. But yeah, just have a blinder. Just have a blinder. Do what you want to do. Prioritise yourself. And again, I'll see you next week. if you want to watch this on YouTube, I could be on your telly right now. But if you're on the move, enjoy your walk. 10,000 steps a day. I'm just blurting out rubbish now, so I'm gonna go. Much love. Adios.